Hi, I'm Coach Ricardo Miller, and I am here this morning to challenge you to think about something that needs to be thought about. And that is 2021 is fast approaching. It's around the corner now. And there are a lot of people who have not taken the time to get a plan for the new year. I believe that we are the subtotal of the choices and the decisions we make on a daily basis. I believe that if you want a better life, you're going to have to put in the work to get that better life. I want to remind you, you are about to be given a new year. You are about to be given a new year. And with that new year comes so much potential. With that new year comes the possibilities of you remaking your life and bringing yourself to a place of prominence and a place of growth and development that allows you to look back over your life and say, look what the Lord has done. He has kept us in 2020. In the midst of a pandemic, many of us continue to press on. Come on. If you have been one of those persons that have been pressing on in spite of this global pandemic, I want you to write in the chat right now, I've been pressing on. I've been pressing on. In the midst of a pandemic, I'm continuing to press through. Okay, I have not allowed the pandemic to stop me. If that's you, come on. I want you to say, I've been pressing on. I've been pressing on. Where am I pressing on? I'm pressing towards the future. I'm pressing towards a better me. I'm committed to putting in the work to become the person that I was destined to be. Now, as 2021 fast approach, one of the things that I want to remind you is, guess what? You need to go into the new year with a plan. You need to go into the new year with a strategic, structural agenda to ensure that you're working towards making it a phenomenal year. The decisions you make on a daily basis is creating the life you're currently experiencing. If you don't like the life where you're at currently, please be rest assured and know this at the very core. You can change some things. Listen, in 2021, you need to put up your fists and say, I'm coming for all that's mine. I'm going to fight my way through to the place where I'm going to experience all that God has for me to experience in this next year and beyond. I'm a strong believer that we can build our best life. I believe that we can build our best year. I believe that we can be so intentional, Naomi. Angela, we can be so strategic that each week works in favor of the other week, which ends up bringing us to a great month, which ends up bringing us into a series of months that causes us to look back and say, we've had an incredible year. No matter what comes, you got to tell yourself, I'm going to structure myself in a way that I'm going to win. 2020 is going to be a year where you got to decide, I'm going to win. Oh man, I am going to win. Let's say that together. I am going to win. Let me look for this right here. I am going to win. You better declare it right now. You better get it in your head. You better get it in your spirit. I am going to win. I'm going to advance in all that I put my hands to. I am not going to allow anything to stop me. Okay, 2021 will be the year for winning in every area of my life. I'm never going to get rid of that message because you know what? I believe that I was not placed here to be the tail. I was not placed here to be beneath. I was not placed here to be the borrower. Come on, I was not placed here to be frustrated. I was not born to live from crisis to crisis. I refuse to be getting older and worse. Okay, I refuse to be getting older and worse. I'm on a mission to get older and better. Oh, come on. I'm on a mission to get better with age. Now, here's the deal. That's not going to just happen. That's not going to just happen. If you read my book, Effective Living, listen, there are things you have to do. There's things you have to do on a daily basis to create the life you desire. You say, Ricardo, I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm mad. Listen, maybe you need to get a coach. Maybe you need to get someone to help you to get past where you've been stuck for a while. But I know at some point, you got to get to the point where you say, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. At some point, you got to get to the point where you realize, I'm tired of going around the same mountain. Why is it that year in and year out, I'm finding myself at this same junction? There has to be a better place for me. And you know it. You know it. This is one of the ways you know that there is a better place for you. You find yourself sleeping and dreaming about it. You find yourself talking and literally flowing and going in the direct proportion to what you know you're longing for. Come on, you know I love looking at model homes, okay? I love looking at model homes. I would go into a model home and I look at it, I'm like, oh, this is how I'm supposed to live. I like the setup, I like the colors, I like everything about it. I love going on car lots and just looking at the cars that I know that I believe is going to be into my future. I mean, listen, I love me the G-Wagon, the Mercedes G-Wagon, but in addition, man, those Teslas, man, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to get me Naomi Bell. I'm gonna have to get me a Tesla before 50. Come on, I'm 45. Okay. Listen, come on. You gotta know what's for you, and then you gotta ask yourself, why is it that I don't have what I believe I'm supposed to have? And is it possible that I could be doing things on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis that's causing me not to become the person that I was destined to be? I want to challenge you today. Do something for your future that's going to reward you in a way that you can look back and say, it was because I made that decision. I made that decision. And then what you have to do as well is you have to get to the point where you stop living based on your feelings. You got to get to the point where you have to live based on a decision. Okay? Yeah, live based on a decision. The decision to see your vision come to life. The decision to establish something that you can leave for your children's children. The decision to stop being broke, sick, and frustrated. The decision from watch this, I am no longer going to live from crisis to crisis. Here's what I've discovered, that there are principles one can apply that will bring you into a life like that. What I've also noticed is most people, they want the reward without the work. They want the reward without the work. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Next week on Monday and Tuesday, we're doing our Build Your Best Year webinar. It's a 2-day webinar, 4-session. And we're going to structure that webinar in a way that's going to help you to have the necessary strategic plan to dominate in 2021. We're building what we call an effective living community. These are the people that says, I am no longer going to fit in. I'm going to stand out. I'm going to destroy those self-limiting beliefs that has been keeping me back. I'm going to kill bad habits, and I'm going to bring my life into formation in alignment with where God wants me to be in this next year and beyond. Now, you can wish for it, but guess what? Wishing doesn't bring it to life. As a matter of fact, you can pray even for it. Because if you're just praying for it, but not putting in the work, guess what? You're going against the text. The book says faith without works is dead. But the Bible also says, if any man lack wisdom, okay, let him ask of God. But guess what? God has the way of helping us with wisdom through people. So you got to get to the point where you realize, I don't like being broke. I don't like going from one issue to the next issue. Something has to be wrong. And I'm the common denominator. I'm in the midst of all of the crap that's happening in my life. And if I want something to change, I'm going to have to change. I like Ricardo Miller's Effective Living platform because it speaks to the fact that I know that I'm supposed to be living life effectively. But if you're not living life effectively, then you need to get better connected to this community. And then you say, I'm on a good track. Things are coming together for me, but I know there's more. If you know there's more, get connected. And let's do this together because there is no stopping for this brother. I'm coming for all that belongs to me in 2021 and beyond. I want to take some people with me, okay? Let's do this together. If you're one of those persons strong enough to say it, listen, declare it right now. 2021, I'm coming for all that belongs to me. Come on. Who's brave enough, bold enough? Come on to say it. Come on. 2021, I'm coming for all that belongs to me. So during our Build Your Best Year webinar. We're going to show you a plan. And we're going to give you the opportunity to be a part of a community that's going to help you to walk this thing through. There are a lot of people who start and stop. They don't lock in. I want you to lock in on what you know belongs to you. That's what I've done over the past few years. I am locked in. I've locked in and I said, listen, I'm coming for all that's mine. And guess what? When I don't feel like it, I'm still getting up, locking in. You got to get to the point where you start saying, listen, with confidence, no doubt, 2021, I'm coming for all that belongs to me. Ooh, if God be for me, who can be against me? I know that I have stuff within inside of me that have not been tapped into. My better days are in front of me. Come on, can you accept that? Can you say that with me? My best days are in front of me. Okay? Oh, listen, I have more going for me than that's going against me. I'm going to learn how to work what I have so that I can make the rest of my life the best of my life. Going into 2021, commit to living a life of constant improvement. Don't check out, check in. Don't allow this pandemic to bring you to a place where you don't want to get engaged with life no more. It's impossible to show up with Ricardo Miller and not want to live. It's impossible to be a part of the community and not get up to the point where you start realizing, hey, I'm coming for all that belongs to me. You know why? Because I want to hear one day, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Everybody watching this, put it in the chat right now. 2021, I'm coming for all that belongs to me. Ooh, Luke Robinson, I see you, Luke. Listen, you gotta take the time to identify that there's a full year coming. There's a full year, let me tell you, and there will be people who will go into the year without a plan. They're not going to take advantage of opportunities like this webinar to structure that plan correctly. And they're going to find themselves going through an entire year without looking back at seeing nothing coming from it. In the midst of a pandemic, I've been progressing. In the midst of a pandemic, my clients have been progressing. In the midst of a pandemic, many persons they're advancing. They have adopted, they've pivoted, they've shifted to a place where they've decided no matter what's going on in the world, all of us who are winning are accepting this truth. What's truth, Ricardo? The truth that someone is still going to win. Someone is still going to win. I've asked myself the question on a daily basis, why not me? Because see, sometimes you got to get to the point where you start addressing that self-limiting belief that causes you to believe other people can win, but you can't win. Get rid of stinking thinking. Get rid of the thought that others can win, but you can't win. You can have what belongs to you. What belongs to you is the vision that God has placed within your heart. There's something you yearn to do within the earth that is your assignment to humanity. Get to the point where you tell yourself, I was born to win. Okay? Winning is a part of my DNA. I was not destined to stay stuck. I'm an evolving, growing, developing person. The rest of my life is going to be the best of my life. I'm going to do the heavy lifting because I realize faith without works is dead. If I don't put in the work, guess what? I'm not going to be able to experience the life I desire. Please don't allow yourself to keep going around the same mountain year in and year out, expecting something different, but finding yourself doing the same thing and being more frustrated year in and year out. Last but not least, there are so many people, they can hear a thought like this, what I'm presenting today, and they check out because the fires went out. The fires went out. There's no fire. The wood is wet, and the gasoline can't light them because you know what? They've given up. Don't be one of those persons who have given up on life. You don't like your job, you don't like your house, you don't like your car, you don't like the money you make, you don't like how you look in your body, you don't like the ambience of your home, you don't like your friends, you don't like your family, but you've been given life. But unfortunately, you're not living. I'm telling you, you can correct that. I'm telling you, you ought to make a commitment to change that. That's really what effective living is all about. If you haven't gotten the book, go ahead and get the book. This will need to be your first read for the new year. Get the book. Go to ricardomiller.com and get the book. I'll sign it if you get it from my website. And make sure you take some time and you say, listen, I want to create a life I don't need to take a vacation from. That's what I want to do. I want to create a life I don't want to take a vacation from. Is this just a marketing scheme? Let me tell you something. It's working for me, and it's working for all of the people that's around me that has decided to walk this out together. I'm challenging you today. Take on the responsibility of making sure that you're doing the work to create the life that you desire. If you don't like where you are, make some adjustments. Over time, you can get to the place where you believe you belong, but you're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to do the work. Someone is assigned to help you. I've been assigned to help some people. When you show up here and you know Ricardo Miller is assigned to help me, then stay connected. Put on your notification, subscribe to the YouTube channel, go ahead, register for the webinar, buy the book, and let's do this together. Next stop, the top, baby. We ain't coming down for nobody. A life of constant improvement, going and growing every day. And here's the deal. I teach how to not make it a burdensome experience, how to bring joy in the journey, how to love what you do on a daily basis, how to wake up in the morning with determination that you're going to make it a great day, how to lay down at night with satisfaction and saying, I'm so grateful for the day that I've been given. Tomorrow is not promised for any of us, but one thing we must do is we must be faithful and fruitful with the days that we've been given. So if you know that you have a potential 10 years in front of you, I think you should draw up a plan for it. I think you should draw up a plan for the next 20 years, but then be adaptable, be willing to change as necessary, and then live to the fullest within the day. And if God says nothing else to you, keep living according to the plan that he gave you. Go into 2021 with a plan. Sit down with Ricardo and his team. Be a part of the Build Your Best Year webinar to get the strategic steps that one needs to take to bring that plan to life. You were created to thrive. Why not become who you were destined to be by making sure that you don't keep going around the same mountain year in and year out? I'm praying for you. I'm praying that 2021 will be your best year ever. I know for me, I'm coming for all that belongs to me. I'm declaring 2021 will be the year of winning. Winning where, Ricardo? Winning in whatever area you need to win. Win with your health, your finances, your relationship. Come on, winning with God. Come on, your relationship with the Father. You want to be able to win on, listen, in business. You want to be able to win when it comes to your money. You want to be able to win when it comes to your mindset, okay? You are a winner. 2021 is the year to win. You go ahead and declare it right now for yourself and do what you got to do to make sure that you're a part of the upcoming webinar. Have a phenomenal day. If you know someone that needs to be a part of this webinar, tag them in the comment and tell them, check this out. It's going to be life-changing. I promise you, every person that's a part of this webinar, they're going to see a year they've never seen before, because we're going to come together and we're going to do the work to get the results that we are desiring out of the upcoming new year. Blessings to you all. Bye-bye.